Former NFL wide receiver and more recently mega Trump fan Antonio Brown got himself into some serious trouble. Okay. And listen, I blame Trump. I do. I have Trump derangement syndrome, and everything was going great with Antonio Brown. He had no problems. He was never caught up in any debacles. And then he endorsed Trump, and then his life went off a cliff. Okay, so I blame Trump. So you saw there them hugging, just a cute little duo here. Again, he was a football legend. And then now I'll tell you about and show you some footage of an attempted murder, allegedly, that he's now being charged for. And they're trying to find him, but they're having a difficult time finding him, even though he's just posting away on Twitter, just having a good time. But again, I think that this all really dates back to him endorsing Trump. I'm obviously being silly, but let's remind ourselves of this moment, and then we'll look at the info about this alleged crime.
Former NFL stars Antonio Brown. Oh, he was a good player. He was a good player. And Le'Veon Bell, really good players. And Mike Wallace. Come on up, fellas. Come on up.
Good to see you. Honor, man. Good to see you. You look amazing.
You want to say something? Go ahead.
Let's vote for Trump, baby. Make some noise for the president.
So this is what I'm telling celebrities. If you go and you endorse Trump, you will end up trying to kill somebody. That is the sequence of events.
I love you, man. I love you.
Everything good?
Everything's good. How you been?
These guys could play.
I love you, man.
You want to say anything? Go ahead.
All right, so then we'll jump to what did Antonio have to say at this rally?
But before I get too deep in my speech, I want to say, I know the media is going to call me crazy, me and Trump crazy for having me speaking here. But I want to make this clear. We are not. They are.
We are what?
Clear. We are not. They are. You know Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Who? Koala Harris?
You know Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Do you really know they want to put tampons in the boys' bathroom?
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
Kind of.
That's really insane, right?
I love that. I'm endorsing Trump because tampons in the boys' bathrooms, which is not true.
And by the way, tampon Tim Walz, he isn't a real football coach. He could never guard me. Guys, how is business?
I don't think that... Who is the Steelers coach when he was at the Steelers? Come on. Cole, you're a Steelers fan. Are you not? Oh, never mind. Well, let's say I don't think Bill Belichick at the Patriots could guard Antonio Brown. What does that mean? He wasn't a coach?
Business will be booming going against Tim Walz. Tampon Tim Walz. It'd be really booming going against him.
All right. So again, I'm just introducing you to the character that then I'll show you some news items about.
And shout out to MAGA, the MAGA coin, and the greatest president coin going, a MAGA coin.
I love that idea for some reason. Some being like, okay, Tony Brown, he endorsed it, so I'm gonna get the MAGA coin.
Have you guys ever seen a MAGA movie? Make some noise if you've seen the MAGA movie. Pittsburgh in the state of Pennsylvania, I want to thank you for all the memories and all the support. I look forward to seeing you in Canton, Ohio in 2027 with my favorite quarterback, Big Ben.
All right. So that was his visit at the rally. And then at one point, Trump was hanging out with him and said, "What's it like having that hair?" What's that hair like? Trump said. Yeah, I want to dance with somebody. Just Trump, charismatic and social as ever. Eek. The Washington Post reports authorities in Miami-Dade County are seeking to arrest former NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown on a charge of attempted murder stemming from a shooting at a celebrity boxing event in May. And if we look at more of these details, per the warrant, police found video footage that seemingly showed Brown punching another person and sparking a fight, even though Brown said, no, somebody tried to get my jewelry and rob me. So then I chased them down with a gun, but the footage kind of disputes that. With the footage later appearing to show Brown grabbing the gun of a security officer and running back to the person he had initially hit. Cell phone. This is because he endorsed Trump. This happened. This is not free Antonio. This is not his fault. It's just what happens when you endorse Trump. Cell phone footage captures 2 gunshots as Brown approached the victim, with the accuser ducking. My gosh, he's dodging the bullets. That's kind of cool. The alleged victim, who said that he had known Brown since 2022, told police 5 days later that Brown ran toward him with the gun and shot at him twice, potentially grazing his neck. Per the warrant, the two fought over the gun until police arrived, at which point Brown walked away. The accuser was treated at the hospital. Brown, who has done really good in football, infamously ripping off his pads and leaving the team in the middle of the game. In the years since, he has run into multiple legal issues. Paid out $1.2 million to a moving truck driver after allegedly assaulting the driver in 2020. You forgot to move in my couch. He was charged with domestic violence 2 months later. Though the charges were later dropped in 2023, he was arrested for failing to make his child support payments. So good stuff going on all around. And then here is the TMZ podcast. And TMZ was one of the first to report this story. And the podcasters, I got to be honest, a little bit strange in their delivery. But let's listen to what they say, because they have the footage of this encounter.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today is a bad day to be Antonio Brown.
Yes, it is.
Because he is wanted for attempted murder stemming from a Miami boxing event last month.
And he is nowhere to be found right now?
Is he on the lam? Is that true?
No one knows where he is.
We'll also...
I really like the vibe, the tone and the tenor, right? Welcome back, everybody. It's a bad day to be Antonio Brown. He almost killed a guy. Soundboard. Bah, bah. It's just sort of like, oh, okay.
talk about Trace Cyrus, brother of...
All right, we don't need to hear that part, so let's jump forward to the Antonio part.
Thursday, it's like, oh, the kids, we're all going to do this and that. It's like, no, the parents want to be alone.
Yeah, give us some time.
Silence.
It's nonstop. All right. Loving my kids anyway, but let's get on. Antonio Brown, he's wanted for attempted murder. So there was a viral videos going around from this event last month where you see Antonio Brown get into a big scuffle with a bunch of guys. He claims they were trying to steal his jewelry. They deny that. But after the scuffle, you see various, perspectives, different people's footage of Antonio Brown running after someone with a gun in his hand. You see him cock the weapon, and then you hear all the shots ring out. It's pretty, the evidence is right
there.
Why would he think that this was appropriate behavior? I think he's just a little off the...
Yeah.
Just off.
Well, so an unnamed victim later met with authorities and alleged that Antonio opened fire on him after the fight, which led to the formal charge of Antonio Brown now being wanted for attempted murder.
Wow. What a fall from grace, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's kind of been out there for a while.
He has been out there for a while. But he was... There was a time that he was, everyone's favorite footballer. And then he became a bit much. And then he won a Super Bowl recently. You know what I mean?
How recent?
A few years ago. 2020.
Wow, 5 years ago.
So 5 years ago.
2020 was 5 years ago.
Yeah, that is crazy.
All right, I don't like the timeline. Can you believe? I don't like when people, it's okay, we get it. Can you believe that years have passed? Guys, I was 21 last year. Is that crazy? Wait, think about this. In 5 years, I'll be 27. Wait, what? Is that even, 2020 was, huh? It's just kind of the classic small talk. Man, It looks like some storms are coming in. Oh my gosh. My knee always hurts when storms come in. Yeah. Can you believe 2020 was 5 years ago? Gosh, what? I feel like I've aged 20 years in 5 years. Oh. Okay. Now, they say he was, an iconic football player. Let me just, before getting back into the substance of this, just give you a sense of what they mean by that. Because we're building the case that this was really Trump's fault and we should free Antonio Brown. Not really.
So fourth down, Spencer Lanning will punt it. 8:49 to play in this first half. They got pressure and Lanning gets it off cleanly. Brown backpedals all the way to the 28-yard line. Good move upfield. Brown splits special teamers, and now Brown is off to the races. Hurdles, kicks it in, and a flag is thrown.
He jumped up. Let me describe it. It's a punt return, and he's running the ball back, and he jumps up and kicks the punter in the face to get him out of his way. If you're willing to attempted murder somebody on the football field, at some point you're going to do it in your private life, okay? He almost took the head off of that punter. But there were signs, a little while ago, he was in a hotel pool just flashing people.
Yeah, one more. Yeah, another one. One time.
So I don't know. It seems to be harassing. I don't know who that lady is, but very, very concerning stuff. So we'll keep you informed. Please do click the subscribe button, by the way, if you appreciate this show. Everything went off the rails when he endorsed Trump. That's the real takeaway. And it's sad. I was thinking too, I haven't attempted murder in anybody. Not even once. Have you ever thought about that? You're like, gosh, there's all these life experiences I just haven't had. And I live such a boring life compared to some people. Like not even one single time have I attempted murdered. Not even once. Much less murdered. I'm so lame. I don't have any fun. No, obviously that's really scary. Somebody could have died and that's terrible. All jokes aside, he should be held accountable. We'll see. He'll have his day in court. If he was being robbed, I don't know if that justifies if they ran off, if to grab your gun and go chase them down, but it looks pretty bad for Antonio Brown. And that's sad and bad. And I wonder if Trump is proud of his endorsement still. Share your thoughts in the comments.